Hey, good people. It is Monday, May the 11th, and this is Jamie Renee, your sugarista here at Your Body's Retreat, and also the founder of Sugaring Source. So I wanted to jump on right quick and go live to talk to you about low temperature sugar warmers. I've been receiving a lot of questions about sugar warmers and why they're needed and where to get them, where you can find them. So I want to show you a few of the sugar warmers that I use here in my practice. And obviously this video is for the estheticians and cosmetologists that do sugaring, as you know, this is their career path. This is what they do. So I know I have some clients that jump on to see a little bit more about my business, but this is for students that I teach and for the professionals out there. So let's go ahead and turn this around. Okay, so these are the sugar warmers that I have here in my business. This is the most common sugar warmer you're going to find right now today. The sugar warmers are manufactured from a company up in Canada. And so whenever you go online to purchase a sugar warmer from any kind of manufacturer in the States, this is what you're going to, it all comes from the same place. So it doesn't matter who you purchase it from, it's the exact same warmer. And most of the time, these warmers go for $150. I don't believe that manufacturers really make a lot of money on the warmers. So basically, you're going to have 4 settings on here, and it's digital, and this is just room temp. So the reason why we need the warmers is that it's just enough just to make sugar paste pliable to get out of a tub, because if you have a really firm tub of sugar, the sugar paste it's not pliable enough to pull out of the tub, and you don't want to get into a habit of sticking your sugar paste into a microwave. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. So they don't make the double warmers anymore. If you find one that someone's selling used, scoop it up. But because it's rare, they don't make them anymore. And so I'm just holding and crossing my fingers that nothing happens to this one. It's been lasting me for a really long time. This warmer right here I get from Artistic Pro sugar paste. This is Artistic Pro. The founder is Erica Rowe, and she's in Arizona. And I like this warmer pretty well. I usually always keep it at a 3. That's usually where it is, and it's just enough for me. Yeah, that's pretty good. You might turn it up to a 4 if you had something that's a little firmer. Probably would use a 4 if I was putting this tub in there. What I like about this warmer here is that it's deep enough that it envelops this tub here, the Sweet and True paste. And it's also really good, obviously, for the 38-ounce Artistic Pro paste. It's perfect, and I can get it out real easy. Now, the only thing about this warmer is that if I stick like Lauren's Sugar and Spice in it, it's all the way down in there, and sometimes if I need to get it out, sometimes it can be kind of a little cumbersome to get it out. So you can see I have a lot of different pastes. I'm kind of one of these people that I like to try out all sorts. Let me see if I can turn this around. I try out a lot of different sugar pastes. I have a lot. I'm going to show you some more. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that happens when we don't use a sugar warmer. Okay. You're going to hear sugaring professionals talk about crystallization. If you've ever purchased honey and you've left it for a really long time, maybe, I don't know, once it expires or something, I guess it crystallizes. But if you heat up and cool down your sugar and you put it in the microwave, you're basically cooking your sugar. And when you cook your sugar, it's going to have a tendency to crystallize. So that's why, as educators, we steer away from encouraging you to put your sugar in a microwave. You don't want to use that as your heating tool. Wax warmers just get entirely too hot. The deal with wax warmers, at least with my experience, is that when you turn them on, they get to the temperature where they need to be, and then they cut off, and then it turns up and it goes real high, and then it comes down. So it fluctuates too much. There's not enough consistency. Sugar warmers, I leave my sugar warmers on 24/7. I never cut them off. So they just maintain a constant temperature. There's not a big fluctuation in the temperature for, so it's ideal for your sugar paste. These are low temp. They can get really hot, but wax warmers, they just don't get room temperature. I mean, not room temperature, body temperature. It's just hot. So let me turn this around and show you what happened. Okay. When I cooked my sugar. Okay. Okay. So this is a tub of Tamara's paste. Okay. And I cooked it. All right. What happened was when sugar paste gets down to like just a little tiny bit at the very bottom, and and there's just a little bit left. The following day, I know I have a busy day, so I'm not going to leave a tub of sugar in that only has a little bit of sugar in it. I'm gonna pull it out, and I'm gonna put a brand new tub in. And then what happens is at the end of the week, when I have downtime, I will turn my warmers up really high, watch my sugar paste so that it gets kind of really soft, and then I scoop out that little tiny bit on top of a tub that doesn't have like a whole lot of paste in it, and then I use it immediately. Well, I think there was a weekend when I was condensing sugar, and the temperature was like really high. I'd forgotten to turn the sugar warmer down, and then I put the tub of sugar in, and then I came back over the weekend, and I cooked it, and it turned like, I mean, it was a really light sugar, and I cooked it, and it turned into like basically like molasses, I guess, but it didn't crystallize. I will save this sugar and I'll use it for practice, if I don't know. I'm a waste not want not kind of girl. So, but I cooked that sugar. Now there's another sugar paste that I have. Oh yeah. So I have some Tapira sugar paste, and I left this one in my car on accident. It escaped getting inside my office, and I cooked it in my car. And this is what crystallization looks like when you cook your sugar. And so I just want to make sure that you understand though that that crystallization of sugar paste is not a manufacturing problem. It is a user problem. Okay, if you cook your sugar over time and you don't, it's going to crystallize if you cook it. And so if you turn your warmer up too high, if you put it in the microwave, if you leave it in your car, it's going to crystallize. Otherwise, I've never, ever, out of all the brands of sugar that I've tried, I've never had a sugar paste just sit on my shelf and crystallize on its own. That never happens. It's only because I accidentally cooked it. So anyway, these warmers, if you may have seen these are gold. They're not, they just have like they have a dial. We call them the dial warmers. And these are also, they're not, this is the same company that makes the digital ones, but they're not, sorry, y'all, I don't mean to put my mouth right up there. They're not making those anymore. They're making them, the same company now makes the other ones, the digital, these right here. So another thing is like when you get this in, how you turn it on. Okay, now it's off, okay? And then when you turn it on, right, like when you first unplug it and plug it back in, the lights are gonna just kind of go up and down. Let me see if I can show you that. Okay, that's what happens when you plug this in. So if you get one of these warmers and it's doing this bit right here, it's not on, but it will. My experience this weekend when I was doing some remodeling in here is that I didn't set it and it got real hot. So you need to push the button. Now it's on 1 and it's already set for this temperature. So once it's set, it's gonna flash. But right now it hasn't gotten to the full setting of 2, so it's gonna stay solid. And once it reaches that temperature, then it's gonna flash. So this one is it's set. Same thing. It hasn't reached it, but once you go back down to this one, it'll blink once it's reached its temperature. So that's how you work those. So these are the common ones. You're going to find that you can find it on the Sweet and True website. You can find the Artistic Pro warmer on the Artistic Pro website. Tapira has the digital warmers. Sugar Streak has the warmers. And honestly, I don't like to, steer business and, just to one side or the other, but Sugar Streak does have the best price right now. But a lot of times, I think a lot of companies, I know Keiko, they have the warmers, obviously. And I think, certain times of the year, the companies will give like a discount code. If you buy more than one, you get a discount. And if you're a busy sugaring business, or if you plan to be a busy sugaring business, definitely get more than one warmer. So some of the companies will offer discounts if you buy more than one, or free shipping or something like that. But all of the companies are going to have the exact same warmer. So so far, these are the only warmers that I've seen. I haven't seen any additional ones. I haven't tried any other ones. But if another one comes out, I will definitely be trying it, and I'll definitely do another video on it. So I hope that this video on warmers has helped you out. And if you have any questions, comment below, or you can send me an email. And if you come across any of those, if you're a sugaring professional and you have some of those dial sugaring warmers and you're not using them anymore, I will buy them from you, as long as, of course, they're working. Shoot me an email, ybretreat@gmail.com, and I will help you out with whatever questions that you have about sugaring. So anyway, y'all have a great day, and talk to you soon. Bye.